Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, as you can see, we are on F1 23 and we are going to take a look at the highlights from my Monza XRS Season 2 race, the first obviously race in Season 2 in XRS. As you can see, I am now signed with Alfa Romeo for this season. So this is a look at my first lap in the qualifying session. Obviously a short qualifying session. We have 19 drivers in the race. So let's see how I can perform on the first lap. And as you can see, it is very dull. I actually elected to come out quite late to let the track rubber in a little bit. And as you can see me, or as you heard a little bit there, I questioned if it was going to race, as it did look very overcast. But coming through turn 3 right now, we had an okay turn 1 and 2, but let's see what we can do into the De La Roggia chicane. Obviously turns 4 and 5, very tricky to get right, and I just got a bit too close to the apex in turn 5 there. And yeah, I think I lost a bit of time there. Into the first and second Lesmo, making sure that I am taking them quite nicely. And as you can see, there is a Red Bull in front of me there, and I was wishing they would get out the way. And as you can hear me say, I don't know if you're on a lap, but I need to go through. I was wanting them to get out the way, which they eventually do. Probably helped me a little bit. I'm not exactly too sure, but I do miss the apex a little bit into turn 10, obviously into the tricky Ascari chicane. And now as we come into turn 11, Parabolica, very long sweeping right-hander, missed the first apex, and I think I could got a little bit better through there. Melvin there getting off track to make sure that I can finish my lap. And it isn't long, it's only a 1:20. Wow, 20.0. So obviously I had to go again for my final lap. But I might have forgotten something to change, and this is what I said. I don't think I put on new softs. I forgot to put on fresh softs. So yeah, that was quite annoying that I forgot fresh softs. But as you can see, I did De La Roggia right quite nicely there. But into the Lesmos, just getting a bit off track there. Probably lost me a bit of, traction. Probably lucky enough not to really get an invalidation there. But that was not good. Yeah, that second sector was not good. I'm still 2/10 up, but going into Ascari, missed the first apex, which puts me onto the curb for the second one, and I have to lift. Otherwise, I would have crashed out. Lost me a lot of time. And yeah, I lose a lot of time, and I don't improve on my lap, and that means I'm going to be starting. It's the case in qualifying, isn't it? P19, starting last on the grid. Fetch is always last. It just is. He always is. So going into the race, I like to do a hard-medium strategy, maybe hard-medium if there is a safety car in the early stages. But the 5 red lights, lights out, and away we go. I get some wheel spin as we start the race. And as you can see, I'm just trying to keep it clean. I move to the inside of Cambrica, going into turn 1, and I just honestly wanted to not get into any sort of incidents there. I think that was Kraz in the Alpine there, getting tapped around, and I think Matt also had a bit of an issue as well, as he is quite falling down the order as well, and you can hear me say that as well. But going into this race, I just wanted to be patient and just pick off my opportunities one by one when they arise. And as you can see there, Matt going very wide into De La Roggia, and both of them are going to go side by side. Matt and Cambrica into the first Lesmo, and there is a bit of a opportunity there down the inside, which I was going to take, but then back out. But then into the second Lesmo, I spot the opportunity down the inside, and I decide to take it this time with ERS turned on. Obviously, we don't have DRS yet, and I do manage to get in front of Matt before Ascari. Is he going to try and fight it back? Oh, no, he doesn't. He does stay behind for the time being. And I just wanted to try and keep in front. And now as we go on to lap 2, you can see there Matt is getting closer, and he is much more closer as he goes down the inside. And I'm not going to fight that. I just let him have that position. And as you can see there, as there is an Aston there, that resets the track. And that is another position up, I guess. And as you can see there, just trying to keep with the pack. CGM there going off the track, which I guess gains me another position there off the Haas. And now going on to lap 5 again, back down into Ascari. I have DRS now, and Matt and Liam going side by side. And Liam does get all out of shape there as we go into turn 9. And I think that was because of Matt. So Matt gains the position, so do I. And CGM now is pressuring me as we go into Parabolica. And I do manage to keep him behind. And I just want to try and focus on my exit to try and make sure that I stay in front. Obviously, he will have DRS on me, but I will have DRS on Matt to at least protect myself a little bit. And as we see, I am catching up to Matt slightly. And CGM isn't really able to make an overtaking opportunity on me. And into the braking zone, I managed to retain P13. Go quite wide, though, into turn 2. But I am still able to stay in front. But he does have a bit of a run on me, so maybe he might try something into the De La Roggia chicane, and he is going to send it down the inside. I spot that, I leave him space.
Going side by side.
And yeah, that was a bit touch and go with us going side by side there. Lost me a second, and actually I've lost DRS on Matt, and you can see both of them are really catching up. And Liam gives me a little bit of a love tap there going into turn 1. Obviously, I didn't lose anything, so I didn't decide to report that post-race. But on the next lap around, you can see Liam gets this opportunity, and he does send one down the inside. And again, I don't really fight that. And again, I give him a little bit of a tap as well. But again, no spins there. And going into Ascari, I did think about it, but then decided to back out and just let him have that position. Oh, is the Aston Martin have gone to the moon, just resets right in front of me, which was a little bit dangerous. And yeah, I did see quite a few resets that race. But now coming into Parabolica as we are about to start lap 9 of this Italian Grand Prix. I am just trying to keep with Liam. P13 right now I am. I switch on DRS when it is enabled, and I don't really burn a lot, because with that DRS, I am just able to catch up. But we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. And I just wanted to try and keep space for both drivers, both on me inside and me outside. And despite that, I am able to stay in front in both of them. And CGM there, I just let him have that position. You probably heard me say, just go on. I don't really want to fight you. And then, yeah, I just look to try and stay behind as I go very wide into turn 5 there. And that does give Liam the opportunity to get past. And I do try and hold this, but then I back out afterwards. And yeah, I just try and keep putting the pressure on him. Back out and just try and close him down.
I've just backed out of that one.
And coming into Ascari,
Wouldn't have been worth
I do have a little bit of a look, but obviously I'm not too close there. But he goes very wide, and I do spot that, and he cuts across quite aggressively. Obviously, a bit of, dirt on his tyres from going off wide, and that does give me the place. But then on the very next lap, he then retakes P13 off me, and again, give him a little bit of a tap there. But now on to lap 12, and you can see Liam makes a move on Matt. I am closing in, and I too go to the inside of Matt, and I do get side by side with him. He is still there though, so I do give him space going into turn 2. And I am just able to stay in front, so P11 for us now. Obviously, that is before pit stops. And as you can see, I am closing it up on Liam as well onto lap 13. And I go to the inside, and I am passed before the braking zone into turn 1. And that is into P7 again before pit stops. And again, it gives me a little bit of a tap on the rear end. And now coming into the end of lap 13, he does go to my outside.
I see what he's doing. I see what you're doing.
And immediately when he was staying behind, I knew exactly what he was doing. And I think you'll see that come into effect right now.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
He stays behind during in the DRS detection point, and giving Liam a little bit of a compliment there that he is quite a smart guy for staying behind to get the DRS. And now coming into lap 15 we are on now, fast forwarding quite a bit, and I once again retake P4 off that, well P4 before pit stops, and I managed to stay in front. And now coming into Ascari, I am just trying to keep in front, and I believe this is the lap that I did pit, so I did want to try and stay in front of Liam, although it probably didn't mean a lot. I did want to try and stay in front as we go into the pit stop phase. Obviously, I wanted to go onto medium, so we didn't have an early safety car for me to try to go onto softs. But as you can see there, I do pit, so I was very close to getting a speeding pit lane penalty there. And yeah, I was very nervous that I might have just sped a little bit too there, but I managed to just slow down in time. Nice pit stop there, 2.2 seconds, and I am back into the race down in P14. So Liam now has box, so I do come out ahead of him. I did jump him, and as you can see, I did jump him by quite a bit. So now really my sights was to really get into the DRS range of Matt and just try and keep in front. So I pick up my first warning of the race there, going into Ascari, getting a bit too eager to try and close in on Matt. But despite that, I do just get within a second of Matt, which might help me to try and keep in front. So Matt goes a bit wide there into Ascari. I obviously try and prioritize my entry and exit, and I am going to get DRS. Yeah, I don't know why I was trying to speak like an engineer there, but again, I'm just trying to play it patient. I don't go for the move on Matt here because I know that there is that very long back straight. So if I was to get through, even if I wanted to try, an audacious move into Ascari, I'm just going to be under pressure and possibly even passed again by Matt. So coming into this corner, once again, I do try and prioritize my entry and my exit, try and get on the power as early as I can to try and get the maximum amount of momentum, to get past Matt. And as you can see there, I am on the inside. Don't really burn, I don't need to. I have DRS to my advantage, and I do get past. As Gone to the Moon has retired, and we do have a full course safety car in the late stages of this race, and I just knew instantly I have to pit for softs. So as you can see, I peel into the pit lane to go onto a fresh set of softs for the remaining, well, really it'll probably be about 5 laps after the safety car. So again, just trying to make sure that I don't obviously lose any time. I get obviously a purple turn in, and I do get held a little bit, which I was a little bit worried about, but Matt still gets out in front of me, or gets out behind me, I mean. And now into the safety car restart. They go just before Ascari, which did cause me, catch me napping a little bit, but I managed to recover a little bit quite nicely. P12, I don't know why I did porpoising, but just trying to see if I can make any positions coming into the safety car restarts. And despite CGM going quite wide into turn 1, I am not able to make anything. But here, CGM goes quite wide, and I do try and spot an opportunity to try and get past. Also, we are on lap 23 of 27, so positions here are key. And I just decided then to kind of back out there, as he has 6 seconds. The Red Bull as well on medium, so I thought he was going to be a quite easy target to try and overtake, as I get another warning there. But yeah, that Red Bull, even on mediums, was able to defend quite nicely. It gave him some compliments. But Avi there, unfortunately, disconnected from the session, so that was a bit of an easy pass up into P11 now. Again, P9 after Pens. I don't know who in front of that Red Bull though did have Pens, as that Red Bull now disconnects as well. So late disconnections here, really causing some drivers to drop some positions. So once again, coming into the second Lesmo, I just wanted to try and keep with CGM, as CGM now is ghosting through that Red Bull, and I just knew as well it's just going to be an easy pass for me. As you can see, I just get through there. I mean, I'm still a bit behind, but then obviously with a bit of battery to my advantage to try and keep with CGM, I am easily passed. And now onto lap 26. As you can see, the Mercedes there tapped round, and I think that was Nick in front who caused a bit of contact with that Mercedes. And now as we go on to the final lap, you can see me there just trying to get a better exit as we go on to the final lap. And as you can see, I've got battery, I've got DRS, I'm trying to burn everything I have, and I do have enough speed to try and get past CGM, and I do just try and clear him, which I do, making sure I don't run into Melvin in front in the Williams. And now it's just trying and keep clean, see if I can make any last second overtakes on this final lap going into Della Roggia. Am I going to try and fight anything? I'm not close enough to try and make a move on Melvin, so I just try and save a bit of ERS for the final few straights. And as you can see there, Melvin getting a little bit of oversteer into turn 4, and I do see a little bit of an opportunity, but he defends it quite nicely, and I see another opportunity there. But again, Melvin with some excellent defending there, just managing to you know, close that opportunity off. And now down the straight with DRS and the battery, am I going to be able to catch up to Melvin and try and make a last corner overtake? I don't do it into Ascari. I wasn't even too close to make it anyway. And yeah, Melvin, I'm just, you know, jokingly saying if he can go off track to get a bit of a penalty to try and improve me a position. Obviously, I was joking about that. I don't obviously I don't want to
I'll burn everything.
You know, say any bad luck on these drivers. Obviously, failing there wins the Division 3 race. I try everything I can, but despite that, I improve and I get P5 honestly, in the race.
9 places gained.
My maths there wasn't really correct.
Wait, that's 14 places we gained. Mate, I'm taking that. I am taking that.
I started from last, as you can see there, and I finished P5. So all in all, a very good race, I would say. For my first race in XRS Season 2 with Alfa Romeo. Patience really is the key there. And I think the proof is in the pudding there. Finished P5. And I think it was even P4 after post-race pens. But for now, that is going to be it from this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this highlights reel of my XRS race. If you did enjoy it, obviously make sure you do leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.